Lori and I love books. Today's tea is by Basil and it's vanilla bean macaroon. You can definitely smell the vanilla. And the vanilla is the flavor that you get the most out of. So it's a very yummy, like sweet tea. If you like vanilla, you'd love this. So I'm going to be doing my May wrap-up. May was the last month I had work, so I decided to read a bunch of smaller books as opposed to like a couple larger books because I didn't know how busy I would be this last month of work. But now I'm on summer break, so I'm excited about that. My May TBR was based on the letter M, and I finished the last 4 books of the Mary Poppins series by P.L. Travers. So I read Mary Poppins from A to Z, although in British it would be from A to Z. Mary Poppins in the Kitchen, which is like half a storybook and then half a cookbook. Mary Poppins in Cherry Tree Lane, and Mary Poppins in the House Next Door. And so I will be, in June, I will be starting my deep dive into the Mary Poppins series, and I'm thinking it'll be at least 4 videos, if not 5. The next book I read was a Madeline Treasury. I didn't grow up with Madeline. I knew of Madeline. I read mostly Dr. Seuss and Beatrix Potter as opposed to Madeline. But I do get the appeal, and I've really enjoyed reading this book. It has the illustrations and then the words at the bottom. It's a very nice treasury of these stories, and I think you get a good idea of this series of books. And then at the very end, it has a story about the Madeline's origin with original sketches, which is always nice, I think, to show, how something came into being. So this was very nice. I got this one used, but I have seen new copies of this at Barnes & Noble. So I did read also from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankwieler for my May Children's Classics Club over on Goodreads. So I will be reviewing this book as well in a separate video. And then this edition I got at Barnes & Noble. And the next book I read was The Mayor of Casterbridge. I got this in my March Classic of the Month Club. And I did not like this at all. It starts with a guy selling his wife at a fair because he's drunk. And he winds up becoming the first mayor of Casterbridge in the story, Michael Hinchard. His wife and his daughter are sold to a sailor. And then when the wife thinks the sailor has died at sea, she takes the daughter, Elizabeth Jane, back to try to find her first husband. And Elizabeth Jane is kind of like supposed to be the main heroine of the book. I kept reading because I was hoping, like holding out hope that she'd be like the saving grace of the book. But like the hero, who is a Scotchman, Mr. Farfrae, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. He starts off as this really nice guy, and then he kind of becomes less nice. He, instead of continuing to like Elizabeth Jane, he switches his affections to another woman. And then he marries that other woman. And Elizabeth Jane forgives her and him. And then there's obviously spoilers in this review. And then this sailor, who actually is her real dad, comes back, and then Elizabeth Jane finds out that Michael Hinchard, her stepfather, had lied to the sailor saying she had died, and instead of her being like at least questioning why he acted that way, she just is dismissive of him. She doesn't forgive him. And it's like, so the Scotchman starts off nice, and then he stops being nice. Elizabeth Jane starts off nice, and it's like, I don't know if he just doesn't explain well why they changed the way they are, or if he just doesn't care that much about his characters. And so none of the characters in this book are nice. She was the nicest, and she didn't even try to talk to somebody who she knew really well at one point, and it wasn't like there was a huge gap of time between when she knew him really well and when she decided to reject him. So I'm not sure why this is a classic. I don't recommend it. I think I gave it 2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. And there's like a lot of good books that take place in this time period in England with characters who are not all horrible. So I really was not happy with this book. So then my last book was a bit of a palette cleanser. And that's this gorgeous book I found with this cover with 50s artwork on it, called The 13 Clocks by James Thurber. I found this at the used bookstore. And it's just a very silly story about a duke and his niece who's a princess. And the duke is always cold and the princess is like kind of always warm. And the duke has made it so that anybody can court the princess, but he'll set impossible tasks for them to do. And it just has like the end paper. It has some very beautiful illustrations. That's the princess. And then it reminded me a lot of the Phantom Tollbooth, where it like has a lot of play on words. So one of the Duke's counselors is hark, the other is listen. One of his spies is called Whisper. So it has a lot of those kind of that it's like kind of a love letter to like language. And then the Duke thinks he murdered time because the 13 clocks have stopped, and so the prince comes along to rescue the princess and to start the clocks up again. So it was quite the fun little book. And it just was like, it did make me laugh in a couple places. I'm not entirely sure why it made me laugh. It was just such a playful, joyful little book. So those were the books I read for May. What did you read for May? Have you read The Mayor of Casterbridge and you have a completely different view on it? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. So I do have a couple things to unbox as well. This is my Mark the Page subscription. Oh, I might need some scissors. Oh, no, I got it. This is a $5 subscription where you get a bookmark, and it's called the Gnome Lovers bookmarks. So it came with mints again. That's like a new thing that they started doing. And it has a little card saying it's the May one. And then it comes in another little envelope. And it's a handmade bookmark. And they're all with gnomes. So this one is, oh, how pretty. I have talked about the fact that in other videos that I don't plan on keeping this because I'm a collector of bookmarks and not gnomes. But this one's gorgeous, so maybe I'll change my mind. Oh, and it actually has 2. The last one came with 2 as well. It used to only come with 1, and now it's been coming with 2. So, the first one, which that definitely might make me keep these a little longer, and then maybe I'll give them away. And then the second one has stars. So these are both very cute bookmarks. So that was Mark the Page. And then this is I believe my Books of Elixir subscription box. I did not like this subscription box. I have canceled it, and I have another type of subscription box coming that I'm hoping I will enjoy a lot more. Kind of yucky opening. So this was supposed to be, you get, I got the Hidden Gems one, and so you're supposed to get a book, something from the author, and then it does come with a bookmark, and they're just kind of, they're okay bookmarks, but it doesn't, like, it's not connected to the book. So, and I mean, they're nice, but I want to try something else that's a little more what I was looking for. Oh, I'm not even seeing the thing from the author. Oh, here it is. So, like, see, it's like just a printout of a computer page. And I was expecting something a little nicer than that. So this is Blackwater Sister by Zin Cho. Never heard of it. So this might be a really nice hidden gem. I don't know. I kind of want books that are more unique. And none of these books really sound that unique. Because I thought hidden gems meant they'd be very unique. So that is what I have for May. And what do you think about, or do you think I'm being too harsh with the Books of Elixir subscription? What do you plan on doing for June? Let me know any of your thoughts or even questions in the comments. I would love to hear some things from you. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely time reading. Bye!